Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we are going to talk about something that many people feel but very few understand. Why your mind never feels calm. No matter what you do, your thoughts keep running. You feel restless. You feel overthinking. You feel tired mentally. The truth is, your mind is not the problem. Your habits, your thinking patterns, and your lifestyle are the reason. In this video, we will understand the real reasons why your mind is always busy and how you can take control of it. Lesson 1. Your mind is overloaded with information. The first and most important reason is this. Your mind is overloaded. Every day you consume too much information, social media, videos, news, messages. Your brain is always receiving input. It never gets time to rest. For example, the moment you wake up, many people check their phone. They start scrolling, they watch videos, they read messages. Before your day even starts, your mind is already full, and this continues all day. Another important truth is that your brain needs quiet time. Just like your body needs rest, your mind also needs space. But if you keep feeding it information all the time, it becomes tired. This creates mental noise. Another powerful point is that too much information creates confusion. When you consume too many ideas, your mind does not know what to focus on. This creates stress. Another important lesson is that your mind processes everything. Even if you forget something, your brain still holds it. This increases mental load. Another powerful benefit of reducing information is clarity. When you reduce input, your mind becomes lighter. You think more clearly. Another important truth is that silence is necessary. If you never give your mind silence, it will always feel busy. Another powerful point is that not all information is useful. Most of what you consume is not important, but it still occupies your mind. Another important lesson is to control what you consume. Choose quality over quantity. This reduces overload. Another powerful benefit is calmness. When your mind has less input, it becomes more peaceful. Another important truth is that constant stimulation creates restlessness. If your brain is always active, it forgets how to relax. The truth is simple. Your mind is not naturally restless. It becomes restless because you overload it. When you reduce unnecessary input and give your mind space, calmness begins to appear. That is the first step to controlling your mind. Lesson 2. You are constantly thinking about the future. The second powerful reason why your mind never feels calm is this. You are always thinking about the future. Most people are not living in the present moment. They are living in their thoughts about what will happen next. They think about problems, they think about possibilities, they think about things that have not even happened yet. And this creates mental noise. For example, you may be sitting in a quiet place, but your mind is not quiet. It is thinking, what will happen tomorrow? What if something goes wrong? What should I do next? Even though nothing is happening right now, your mind is busy. This is because your thoughts are in the future, not in the present. Another important truth is that the future is uncertain, and your mind does not like uncertainty, so it tries to predict everything. It tries to control everything, but this creates stress because you cannot control the future completely. Another powerful point is that overthinking about the future creates anxiety. When you imagine too many possibilities, especially negative ones, your mind feels pressure. It feels like something is wrong, even when everything is fine. Another important lesson is that most of your fears are not real. They are created by your imagination. They exist only in your thoughts, but your mind treats them like reality. This is why you feel restless. Another powerful benefit of understanding this is awareness. When you realize that your thoughts are about the future, you can bring your focus back to the present. This reduces stress. Another important truth is that calmness exists only in the present moment. When you are fully present, your mind becomes quiet because you're not thinking about what might happen. You are focused on what is happening now. Another powerful point is that your mind becomes calm when you focus on simple things, your breathing, your surroundings, your current task. This brings you back to reality. Another important lesson is to limit unnecessary future thinking. You do not need to solve everything today. Focus on what you can do now. This reduces pressure. Another powerful benefit is clarity. When you stop thinking too far ahead, your mind becomes clearer. You make better decisions. Another important truth is that planning is useful, but overthinking is harmful. You should plan your future, but you should not live in constant worry. There is a difference. Another powerful point is that your mind becomes stronger when you control your focus. Instead of letting your thoughts go anywhere, you bring them back. This builds mental strength. The truth is simple. Your mind is not restless because of reality. It is restless because of future thinking. When you stop living in what if and start living in what is, your mind becomes calm. That is the second step to controlling your thoughts. Lesson 3. You keep replaying the past in your mind. The third powerful reason why your mind never feels calm is this. You are constantly thinking about the past. Just like thinking too much about the future creates anxiety, thinking too much about the past creates restlessness. Many people keep replaying old situations. They think about mistakes. They think about what they said. They think about what they should have done differently. And this never-ending replay keeps the mind busy. For example, something small may happen in your day. Maybe you said something wrong. Maybe you made a mistake. Even after the situation is over, your mind keeps going back to it. It keeps asking, why did I do that? I should have done better. What will others think about me? Even though the moment is gone, your mind is still stuck there. Another important truth is that the past cannot be changed. No matter how much you think about it, you cannot go back and fix it. But your mind still tries, and this creates frustration. Another powerful point is that overthinking the past creates guilt and regret. You start judging yourself. You feel bad about your actions. You feel like you are not good enough. This affects your confidence. Another important lesson is that your mind does not know the difference between memory and reality. When you replay something again and again, your brain feels like it is happening now. This is why your emotions become strong. Even though the event is over, your feelings are still active. Another powerful benefit of understanding this is freedom. When you realize that thinking about the past is not helping you, you can start letting go. You stop wasting your energy on something you cannot change. Another important truth is that mistakes are part of growth. Every person makes mistakes. Every person learns through experience. If you keep thinking about your mistakes, you stay stuck. But if you learn from them and move forward, you grow. Another powerful point is acceptance. You must accept what has happened. Not because it was perfect, but because it is over. Acceptance brings peace. Another important lesson is to focus on learning, not on regret. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this? This changes your mindset. You move from guilt to growth. Another powerful benefit is mental clarity. When you stop replaying the past, your mind becomes lighter. You feel more relaxed. Another important truth is that your past does not define you. It is part of your journey, but it does not control your future. Another powerful point is that holding on to the past blocks your present. You cannot feel calm if your mind is always looking backward. Another important lesson is to bring your focus back to now. What matters is what you do today. This is where your power is. The truth is simple. Your mind is not calm because it is stuck in the past. When you keep replaying old moments, you create mental noise. But when you let go and focus on the present, your mind becomes peaceful. That is the third step to controlling your thoughts. Lesson 4. You are addicted to overthinking. The fourth powerful reason why your mind never feels calm is this. You have developed a habit of overthinking. Many people believe overthinking is something they cannot control. They think, my mind just works like this. I cannot stop thinking, but the truth is different. Overthinking is not natural, it is a habit, and like any habit, it can be changed. For example, when something happens, your mind does not just think once, it keeps repeating the same thought again and again. You analyze it. You question it. You create different scenarios, even when there is no need. Your mind continues. This is overthinking. Another important truth is that overthinking feels like solving a problem, but it is not. It gives you the illusion that you're doing something useful. But in reality, you're just repeating the same thoughts. No solution comes from it. Another powerful point is that overthinking drains your energy. It makes you tired without doing anything physical. Your mind becomes exhausted. You feel mentally heavy. Another important lesson is that your brain becomes addicted to thinking. When you repeat a pattern daily, it becomes automatic. Your brain starts doing it without your control. That is why you keep thinking even when you do not want to. Another powerful benefit of understanding this is control. When you realize that overthinking is a habit, you stop believing that it is permanent. You understand that you can change it. Another important truth is that overthinking often comes from the need for control. You want to control outcomes? You want to avoid mistakes? You want everything to be perfect. But life is not fully controllable, and trying to control everything creates stress. Another powerful point is that overthinking keeps you in your mind, not in reality. You are not experiencing life. You are thinking about life. This creates distance from the present moment. Another important lesson is to break the thinking pattern. When you notice that you're overthinking, stop. Do something physical. Move your body. Change your focus. This interrupts the cycle. Another powerful benefit is calmness. When you reduce unnecessary thinking, your mind becomes quiet. You feel lighter. Another important truth is that not every thought needs your attention. Just because a thought comes does not mean you have to follow it. You can let it pass. Another powerful point is awareness. The moment you become aware of your thoughts, you gain control. You stop being controlled by them. Another important lesson is to simplify your thinking. You do not need to analyze everything deeply. Sometimes simple thinking is enough. Another powerful benefit is clarity. When your mind is not full of repeated thoughts, you think clearly. You make better decisions. The truth is simple. Your mind is not restless because of too many problems. It is restless because of too many repeated thoughts. Overthinking is not your nature. It is your habit. And when you break that habit, your mind becomes calm. That is the fourth step to controlling your mind. Lesson 6. You are not in control of your attention. The sixth powerful reason why your mind never feels calm is this. You are not controlling your attention. Your attention is controlling you. Many people think their mind is restless because of thoughts. But the real problem is attention. Where your attention goes, your mind follows. If your attention is scattered, your mind becomes scattered. For example, throughout the day, your attention is constantly shifting. You check your phone, you switch between apps, you think about different things again and again. Your focus never stays in one place. Because of this, your mind never settles. Another important truth is that your attention is being pulled by everything around you. Notifications, social media, messages. These things are designed to capture your attention, and slowly you lose control over it. Another powerful point is that a distracted mind cannot be calm. If your attention keeps jumping from one thought to another, your mind stays busy. It never gets a chance to rest. Another important lesson is that focus creates calmness. When you focus on one thing, your mind becomes quiet because it is not moving in different directions. For example, when you are fully focused on a task, you forget other thoughts. You feel more relaxed. This is the power of focus. Another powerful benefit is clarity. When your attention is controlled, your thinking becomes clear, you understand things better, you make better decisions. Another important truth is that most people react instead of choosing. They do not decide where to focus. They simply react to whatever appears. This creates mental chaos. Another powerful point is that attention is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. If you do not train it, it becomes weak. Another important lesson is to practice focus. Start with small things. Focus on your breathing. Focus on one task at a time. Do not multitask. This builds attention control. Another powerful benefit is mental stability. When your attention is stable, your mind becomes stable. You feel less stress. Another important truth is that you do not need to follow every thought. Thoughts will come, but you can choose where to focus. This gives you control. Another powerful point is reducing distractions. Keep your environment simple. Limit unnecessary notifications. This protects your attention. Another important lesson is to be present. Bring your attention back to what you're doing again and again. This builds awareness. Another powerful benefit is calmness. When your attention is steady, your mind becomes quiet. The truth is simple. Your mind is not calm because your attention is not controlled. When your attention is everywhere, your mind is everywhere. But when you control your attention, your mind becomes focused and peaceful. That is the sixth step to calming your mind. Lesson 7. You are trying to control everything. The final and most powerful reason why your mind never feels calm is this. You are trying to control everything. Many people believe that if they think more, plan more, and worry more, they can control their life. They try to control outcomes. They try to control people. They try to control situations. But the truth is simple. You cannot control everything. And the more you try, the more restless your mind becomes. For example, you may think, what if this goes wrong? What if things do not happen as I expect? So you start thinking more. You try to prepare for every possible situation. But instead of feeling calm, you feel more anxious because your mind is trying to solve something that cannot be fully controlled. Another important truth is that life is uncertain. No matter how much you plan, there will always be unexpected situations. And trying to control uncertainty creates stress. Another powerful point is that control gives a false sense of safety. You feel like if you think enough, you can avoid problems. But in reality, overthinking does not prevent problems. It only creates mental pressure. Another important lesson is acceptance. You must accept that some things are not in your control. Not everything will go as planned, and that is okay. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means understanding reality. Another powerful benefit of acceptance is peace. When you stop trying to control everything, your mind relaxes. You stop fighting with reality. You go with the flow. Another important truth is to focus on what you can control. You cannot control outcomes, but you can control your actions. You can control your effort. You can control your attitude. This is where your power is. Another powerful point is letting go. Let go of the need to control every detail. Trust the process. Trust your effort. This reduces stress. Another important lesson is to simplify your thinking. You do not need to solve everything today. Focus on one step at a time. This makes your mind lighter. Another powerful benefit is emotional stability. When you stop trying to control everything, you react less. You stay calm in different situations. Another important truth is that control creates tension. Letting go creates freedom. When you hold too tightly, your mind becomes heavy. When you release, your mind becomes light. Another powerful point is trust. Trust that things will work out with your effort. Trust that you can handle whatever comes. This builds confidence. Another important lesson is awareness. Notice when you're trying to control too much and remind yourself, I will focus on what I can do now. Another powerful benefit is calmness. When you stop fighting with uncertainty, your mind becomes peaceful. The truth is simple. Your mind is not calm because you are trying to control everything. When you accept what you cannot control and focus on what you can, your mind relaxes. Calmness is not about controlling life. It is about understanding life. And when you understand this, your mind finally finds peace. Your mind is not broken. It is just overloaded, distracted, and trying too hard. You are not restless because something is wrong with you. You are restless because of how you think, what you consume, and what you focus on. But the good news is this: you can change it. You can slow down your thoughts. You can take control of your attention. You can create calmness in your life. Not by running away from your mind, but by understanding it. So stop fighting your thoughts. Start observing them. Stop trying to control everything. Start focusing on what truly matters. Because the moment you understand your mind, you begin to master it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful lessons. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.